Good morning. It is Friday, and I realize that, but we're going to continue our Thrifty Thursday haul that I didn't get to finish yesterday. I just decided to go ahead and do it this week so I could go ahead and put everything away and try to organize my things. And I know I could record it and show it to you next week, but I figured you guys would just be happier if I went ahead and showed you the rest of it today. So, surprise! This is a really dusty box of index card dividers. And I think she charged me $3 for this, but you know what? I decided I was going to pay it just because I love this color right here, and these are extremely thick. These are what, I kind of wish I had some of these file folders made out of this, but this is awesome, and so I paid it very gladly. So I have a lot of, here's the light blue as well. I have a lot of fodder for making cool journaling cards and stuff. So, before I go any further, even though this is on Friday, this is still a Thrifty Thursday, and so it's an open collaboration with Sheree at Turquoise Dreaming, and I will link her channel below. So please do head over to her channel. Let me see. I've got a lot of stuff, so I don't want to start piling it too close by. Okay, I found this set of greeting cards. I don't know what this means. And so I've seen other people have these before. These are those Hawaiian, I guess they're hibiscus, and I love them. Evidently, this family also, don't you just love trying to figure out what the family was like while you go through their stuff? I feel like this family traveled a lot, like I said that earlier, and I also feel like they entertained and loved games. So there were so many games for children and adults and so many card games. And you'll see that as I go through. So I have some hibiscus playing cards. I got another Hearts card game. I have it already, but I'm quickly going through them, and I didn't have the cover card. So the animals in here are so adorable. And I think this was 50 cents, which is about what I paid for the set that I got at the Jinx at the thrift shop a few months ago. So that is another card set. This probably isn't that vintage, but it just looked interesting. I think it's Japanese. Hiroshige playing cards. And I don't know if they traveled to Japan to get these, but they were super interesting and quirky and unique. And they had this beautiful gold, they look not even played with, beautiful sort of sheen to them. Like I said, I don't think these are, I guess they're regular playing cards. I thought it was a different game, but the Japanese artwork is different on each number. So that was an exciting little find. I wish there was a date on here. There is, 1995. And then I found something else that I never find in person, ever. I found a little half-used package of Hallmark card game tallies, bridge tallies. And these are perfect for fall, aren't they? I may end up tucking one or two into my fall journals that are in my shop. I don't know. But they're just so cool. The colors are amazing. So yes, I was excited about that. Then I had just been talking to my husband about, I wish I had a fan, like an old-fashioned fan that I could fan myself with when I get warm, but I don't want to turn on the air conditioner, or I really don't like sitting under a fan, but it's just nice to grab one. And look, I found one for 50 cents. And this is actually Liberty Life Insurance, who my papa worked for many, many years. So that was cool. And it's just a really cool vintage image. Let's see if I can open it. I don't know what year this would be. Judging from the artwork, I'm guessing maybe 40s, but I could be wrong. But yeah, amazing, huh? And now I have a fan. Okay, I have no idea what's in this bag. I just saw that it was 50 cents, so I grabbed it. From what I could tell on the outside, I think these are some Denizen labels. Let's see. I believe they are Denizen, yep. And so these are little, oh, look how adorable. It's full, it's practically full. It may not even be used, 16 pieces. That is so cute. That one's been used, I think. And a little cornucopia. There's some still in there. Let's see if I can get one out. Look at that. The colors are still so vivid after all these years. And this must be just an assorted bag. Children's seals. This should be cute. We have, they look like they're walking to school or Sunday school. Look at that. Oh my goodness, there's so many. Adorable. Yes, I will be sharing some of these in my Etsy shop if you would like some. I will never use all of these, and I've actually never seen this design. I think I've seen the jack-o'-lantern, but I've never seen the children. So I will be sharing those. And this little glassine envelope, of course, you know, we have to save that too. Exciting. Okay, another thing that I grabbed and didn't really know what it was. It's the Bible School Catechism. Mennonite. I don't know that they were Mennonite, but you know, it could have been something that she received when she went to a Bible school one summer. What a cute little, okay, so yeah, this is where I'm learning a lot, trying to learn a lot about the Amish and the Mennonites and the difference between them. So this would be where a lot of them live. That makes sense. And there is a YouTube channel. I wish I could remember the guy's name. He goes into communities like that, cultural communities in the US and all over the world, and kind of lives with them for about a week and asks all the questions that all of us have about things, and it's just so fun to watch. I love watching those when I have time. Devotional books by David C. Cook. Why do I feel like that name is familiar? I'll have to look him up later. 1916. Look at this. I have no idea who David C. Cook is or what type of organization this is, but the cover is cute. This was on the children's table. Again, like I said, I think they had a little brother. So this is a Kennedy Space Center magic pad. I don't know if you remember these growing up. They were still around when I was growing up, and you would turn a pencil kind of on its side, so you would have the flat edge of the lead, and it would reveal an image. So some of these are, he used the point on this one. Some of these are done and some of these are not done. So that would be fun. I'm working on gathering stuff for a vintage space, 2 vintage space junk journals. And these would be so fun to tuck in and let the recipient scratch off and see what image shows up. And of course the cover is amazing too. Probably a souvenir. And if you've watched me for enough time, you know that I cannot pass up these rulers. I love these fluorescent ones. I had a fluorescent wooden ruler when I was a kid in school. I don't know what happened to it, but these are so neat. And I love the ones that fold out. So yeah. the Apple book, a golden shape book. And I just love the pages, and the images are completely cut edge to edge, and so I will definitely be putting these in journals. I'll probably have to fold a little bit of the page in, unless it's a very large journal, but all of the children's books were 50 cents, but when we went back the next day, they were 25, and I think that's when I got this one. Okay. These, I think, are more playing cards. Yes, these were the little tiny ones. I don't have any of these. Six Flags Over Georgia. I've been here many times. Love it. I don't know that that's what came in this box because the shape of the card. Let's see, here's one of the original ones. It looks like a promotional item, some kind of papers. And not many of these cards are left, but still cool. And then we have these cute little ones. I'm excited about those. Congress playing cards. Okay, this box caught my eye, as I'm sure it would you. These are evidently vintage greeting cards, and I was hoping that's what was inside. It's not, but I will be using this box to store ephemera for sure. But what is inside is, there was a little stack of handmade games and puzzles that it looked like the father and then the grandpa had made for his children and grandchildren. Evidently, education was big in this house, and so he had made this, I did not buy it, but he had made this game with little pieces of cardboard that he wrote numbers on, and he had the rules written out and everything, and it was so adorable. And then he also had this, which is just a map that he has glued down to some kind of cardboard, and evidently had his children put together. Not super complicated, but definitely you have to have knowledge of the lay of the land to put it together. So that was a fun find. Okay, here's some more of the family's travel ephemera. This is, I think, Trains, Southern Railway. So we have a postcard here. Welcome to the Southern Crescent, Carolinas, Atlanta, Birmingham, and New Orleans. Look at that. I've ridden on a train one time. Have any of you guys taken a trip on a train? My trip was only about 3 hours, and I didn't get to sleep on the train, but man, I was probably 13. I still remember every moment of it. It was so interesting. This is cool. This is like a feedback on how your train ride was. This is like a decal. I didn't know they had decals like this that far back. That's funny. Southern Railway. I guess this is a letter from the CEO of the company. Avoid the strain, ride the train. These cartoons are amazing. I wonder what year this is. I don't think any of these have years. Amazing. The Southern Crescent, A History of Good Service. There's another brochure. A history of the locomotive and the railway. Okay, still no dates. It doesn't look that old. Maybe the 80s, late 70s. This is just so cool. Several of my ancestors on my dad's side worked for the railway in Alabama. There was a major hub going near Birmingham, and so I would love to have some of the ephemera from that one. And it may, some of it may be Southern, I don't know. Hospitality with a Southern accent. Y'all come. Oh, I wish there was a date on these. How fun. I don't have anything like this. This is so cool. Okay. So that's my railway ephemera packet. And this had a yellow sticker, so I think it was $5, but I bought it on the half price day. So, all right, I did not know what this is, so I had to look it up when I got home. This is something called Auto Bridge. And you'll see in a minute why it's called that. This is the instruction book, which in my opinion is extremely long. And then it has this little metal, very sharp actually. You could injure yourself on these little buttons. You can press them up and down and score as you go, and I guess you would be playing on your own. Let's see if I can get it out without hurting myself. And then down here you have some more of the cards that go underneath, so each one gives you a different hand. So you just put it inside there. I think this is so cool. It's like solitaire, but mechanical. So yeah, I was curious about this. Obviously, I can't put this in a junk journal, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with this yet, but it was just something so unique, I had to grab it. Here's some more cards. Jumbo Old Maid, 1967. These look like they were played a lot. The images on here are amazing. That does not look fun. There's a little frog using a tongue depressor. I didn't know they needed tongue depressors when they got checked out. I used to hate tongue depressors. I don't really think they use them much anymore. They're still in our doctor's office rooms, but they've only had to use one on me in like the past 20 years, and even my children. Someone chewed on this one. Hilarious. And this must be the box it came in. 77 cents. All right, I got this cute little gift book. It's Hallmark, A Birthday is a Magic Day. They just look very Holly Hobby to me, and these end papers are so sweet. Bob. No date. Well, Hallmark doesn't really put their dates on a lot of their stuff, I've noticed. I love the pictures in here. The giant hair. These all smell extremely musty, so I'll have to figure out a way to put them in isolation. Fun with Us. This is just a little reader that looks very used, 1949. This is Dick and Jane. Nope. Billy and Jane and Anne, but still cute. And I love the colors on the cover too. I grabbed a book for a Christmas junk journal if I can get it cleaned up. It has almost like a scratchy feeling, dirt coating, and I know there's ways to clean these, but I've seen this book before and I'm so excited that I was able to find it. Santa's Surprise Book. Adorable images. Look at his eyes. I just love them. And then my mom had this book growing up, or maybe my uncle did, and I read it too, but I would never, ever, ever, ever cut up one of my own childhood books. So I found this one, and I'm so excited. This will be one of the vintage space-themed journals, and obviously I don't feel bad cutting books up if they're already doing this. This was evidently bought used for 10 cents at some point, but it was written in 1959, so this is still, you know, 10 years before the moon landing. So it's just so neat to go back and read what was in people's imaginations during those years. I remember loving this book. Okay, I see some cards just tossed down in here, and I don't know where they came from. I don't remember grabbing these. They must have just been in something else. So we have some Congress with some very old guns. And then we have these. I don't know what these are, but they're cute. There's a Snoopy. Like I said, if you wanted vintage games, I mean, I left so much behind. Of course, you know, you can't use every game piece in a journal, but my word, there were so many things there. Games, puzzles, and cards. Okay, this is High Grade Ladies Fine Hose. I don't remember what the green price tag was. I think $3. And this is just a box full of sewing notions. Very old, it appears, sewing notions. Snaps, hook and eye. Aren't the cards just amazing? Look at these. Some more. And even after they were used, they still held onto the cards, so that's cool. Got some empty ones here. JCPenney Company, 8 cents. Can you imagine? Here's a needle threader. Part of it's cut off. Let's see if there's anything else different down here. Wash tape. I guess that's bias tape. It's twill. It's not acetate. Elastic. Let's see if it has. It still has elasticity, you guys. That's amazing. JCPenney, 4 cents. Really old button card. These feel glass. I am almost positive these are glass. They're very cold. And then here's some bias tape. Very, very thin. That is a beautiful label. 1930 by JCPenney. Oh my word. I'm just speechless. How beautiful these things are. She must have thought she was going to do a lot of hook and eye closures. And look at how they're stitched on. My goodness. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, well worth the $3 price tag. And then 2 more things, guys. This was just sitting on the table next to her, and she kind of started reminiscing about when she got this and said, you know, I might have been tied with 4-H again. 1947, given out by makers of Dream Shampoo. And it might have been a home ec book, I don't know, but yeah, she said, would you pay $1 for that? And I said, absolutely. So you could tell that some of these things she had such fond memories of, and she was having trouble letting go. So there was not any way in the world that I would try to haggle with someone like that. I consider this well worth $1 for sure. and it is another beautiful piece of history that hopefully I can help live on and on and on. And the last thing is a multi-game set from Whitman, 56 games. And I have not done any game themed or game board journals yet, but for $2.50 I figured it was worth snagging. And so there's these beautiful game boards in here. They're not any thicker than regular chipboard, so they could easily be creased or cut and used that way. If you guys have any tips or hints on how to use something like this that is not as thick as like a Monopoly game board, please do let me know. But obviously you want to do something that shows both sides, because both sides are games and they're full color. Actually, this is 3 games. So there's that one. There's the instructions. Ski Spree. Pot of Gold. These look fun. Maybe I'll play some with my kids before I use them. Plain old checkers. Looks like a pirate treasure, cops and robbers. That's a very small game. I wonder how that works. Leapfrog, stock car race, rodeo, call your shots, and Parcheesi. I guess it's Parcheesi. There's no R in it. This is the thing that holds everything down, and I'm assuming all the pieces are here. Oh look, we got some score cards written, little wooden markers, and a pencil. And dice. You can kind of see the dots. So, oh my goodness, yes, guys. I don't know. I mean, yard sales are picking up again around here because the weather's nice. I just don't know if anyone can beat this one that I went to 2 weeks ago. It is just unreal. I'm still pinching myself. And if you guys have a story about your most awesome yard sale that you've ever been to, or estate sale, please share. It's always fun to hear other people's like the best stories. I feel like a fisherman has their big fish story. I feel like we kind of have our best yard sale stories. But thank you so much for sticking to the end of both of these long videos. I hope that you saw some things that you liked and some things maybe you had never seen before or even knew existed like I did. And I appreciate your share of love for old vintage and nostalgic things, and I hope to talk to you very soon. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.